And welcome to Gunners TV Euro Wars. If you're on that channel, I've got two channels. Sign up to both. Gunners TV is the younger channel, and that's got 25 subscribers. Got 3,500 on the Euro Wars one. Anyway, down to business. I made a video and it cut me short. I didn't have long enough. Mate, what a weekend of football and what a Super Sunday. I'm going to talk about the Arsenal. But first of all, I have to pay homage to to two great managers, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp, and two great teams. More players than the team. It's a team game, but without Mo Salah, Liverpool don't score yesterday. Salah created Mane's goal. Great run by Mane. Instead of going inside so it'd be offside, he went outside. That should be learnt by every youngster. If you're learning to be a striker or even a goal-scoring midfielder, that's how you get to stay onside. VAR won't touch you, mate. What a game. City, we keep saying it. If Edison came, mate, they would have been up 3 or 4-0 up at half time, and that is no exaggeration. If they're Danny Ings, they'd have been 3 or 4-0 up. They haven't got an instinctive finisher. Pep, you need a pep talk right now. You need an instinctive goal scorer. For me, I wouldn't go out and break the bank in January and retire Harry Kane or Erling Haaland. I think City are probably going to land Haaland next summer for 65 mil, whatever his clause is, 70 mil. I think that's what they'll end up doing. And that's great business. And Haaland, same club as Alfie Inga Haaland, Erling Haaland's dad. I remember him playing well, it shows my age. But his son's a much better player. But to emulate the club that his dad played for, when City are in a much more powerful position. I mean, Foden yesterday was on another planet. I didn't think Grealish had one of his best games, and he's still settling in. Grealish needs to start adding goals. He's got one goal. It's not good enough. Foden has only just sort of come back from the Euros and he's getting settled in. But Foden looked lethal. He tore James Milner to shreds. And Milner should have been sent off twice, let alone none. I mean, that's like the old days of Old Trafford. It reminded me of biased refs, gutless VAR, gutless. They should have sent James Milner off, and City would have gone on and probably won the game then. And overall, they were the better team, mate. Just like at Stamford Bridge. And I know they got Lionel Messi, they got goated in midweek, but they didn't play unwell. They played well. They just got done by two fantastic goals. And one by the majestical Lionel Messi. So there's no disgrace in that. I wouldn't be surprised if City do them in the home leg. They're going to be 1 and 2 in the group. It just depends where they finish. Well, I don't think it matters, because I think they're both on a trajectory. It wouldn't surprise me if they meet in the final. this season. But what is the most important thing is that Manchester City get a striker in January, an instinctive goal scorer, who's on form and who's scoring wherever he is in Europe or in England. Fucking sign Danny Ings from Villa. I mean, he's been here half a season. I'll just chuck 20, 25 million and say, give him here. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, enough of that. Arsenal. I'm one of Mikel Arteta's biggest critics. I don't think he's the right man for the job. He's inexperienced. I mean, look at that game yesterday, City and Klopp. I remember Jurgen Klopp going, be more brave, when I read what he was saying, his sign language, be more brave. You know, I don't know whether you see that from Arteta or whatever, but these guys are on another level, bruv. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Manchester United dropping more points. Good sides. When Arsenal used to win leagues, Arsenal would have won at Brighton yesterday. If they were going to challenge for the title, we would have won that game 1-0 or 2-0 or something like that. We would have won. Because we played bad. They played better than us. But we got a point. And that is where I'm going to come to. Is I'll give Arteta credit, one bit of credit. He's built a mean defence. But we're Bob Holding at the back, Rob Holding, and makeshift fucking this and that, and Bellerin, and all these terrible, terrible players we had playing for us. Cedric at left back, and we've got Ramsdale in, who no one wanted. He's been amazing. Yeah? He's a good talker. He's good with his feet. He'll boot it long. And he stands high up the pitch. So we're not... If we're being pressed, that's good. Especially when we come up against better team. When we go to Anfield on 20th of November, we're going to be pressed. That will test the Arsenal defence. But Thomas Partey had his worst game in an Arsenal shirt this season. He was abysmal. Imagine if Yves Bissouma would have been fit. Maybe that, we slag him off all the time. But Granit Xhaka, missed him for 3 months now till January. I know he's back in January. But doesn't that prove, even though we haven't got Europe, that we need a decent replacement? Now, if we have William Saliba, they're calling him the next Virgil van Dijk in French magazines and in French media. No shit. They're calling him the next VVD. He's our player. He's 6'3". He's agile. He's a monster. Gabriel, 6'4", monster. Gabriel's getting 8 nines every week. It's not a coincidence we are not conceding goals with Gabriel fit. He's a beast, mate. He's our best defender by miles. White is starting to settle. But I'm thinking we bring Saliba back next season. He could play a 3 at the back with 2 wing backs and change the system, which I'm not so sure. Or he could go to stick with the same Ramsdale to Tiramisu, Tomiyasu, Tierney left back, Gabriel left centre back, and right centre back, William Saliba, with the defensive midfielder being Ben White, because of his tackle. He's obviously a great defender, and he could be our new DM, our defensive midfielder. Problem solved. Build up a partnership with Thomas Partey. Unleash Partey's box to box. You know, he could play DM, yeah, but wouldn't you rather see Partey destroying teams in the midfield rather than having to sit back and not really be his cup of tea? I think he suffered without Xhaka. And I don't think Sambi Lokonga's ready. And you've got to remember, Sambi Lokonga is a youngster who's come in to the most brutal league in the world. The Premier League is unforgiving. The Premier League is the best league for a reason, because it's the toughest, it's the hardest. But on a positive note, Arsenal were unbeaten again. We're unbeaten since the Manchester City mauling. How many goals have we conceded since then? I think one. Against Spurs, Son. That's not bad. That is good. And Tiramisu Tomiyasu, blood clot Tomiyasu, brother. What a signing, mate. He's turned out to be. He had Son in his back pocket for most of the game. All right, Son scored eventually, but Son's class. But Tomiyasu had possibly the best winger in his position in the league in his back pocket. So, passed. Anyway, this video is coming to an end. Arsenal got a grinded out 0-0 draw. Next game is Palace at home. Vieira's return. And they're good at home, but are they as good on the road? We will see. See you later, guys.